Our first announcement, it kind of comes from some of the stuff we've heard with silencing of opinions. I think a lot of unethical behavior by some of the medical association and establishment. Of course, when you have something like MNRA and these companies have made a fortune off this federal government imposing or at least attempting to impose mandates, and a lot of false statements that were made over the last year and a half, almost 2 years, saying that it would end COVID, saying you won't get infected, telling people, young people, that you need to get it so you protect your elderly parents, minimizing any discussion of any type of adverse impacts when it comes to mRNA shots. And so you've seen a lot of this. And I think people want the truth, and I think people want accountability. So you need to have a thorough investigation into what's happened with these shots. We also need ways to get more data so that we can better evaluate what actually happened. And the fact of the matter is we lack comprehensive patient-level data from the pharmaceutical industry, and that makes it very difficult for independent researchers to check the integrity of these shots that have been so pushed on Americans. And so one...
Mine actually, because my study actually pertains to this exactly.
Sure.
From our study, we found this evidence of the 1 in 800 serious adverse event rate, and we really wanted to know who is affected by this from the study. Who is it? Was it 30-year-olds? Was it an 85-year-old? This is a really, really important question, because maybe it's all the harm's happening in the elderly and it's an acceptable amount of harm. But the reason we can't do it is because of just what he mentioned here, this patient-level data. That allows us to see how old they were, what kind of risk factors they have. Pfizer and Moderna have this is hidden data, secret data. We're not allowed to touch it. So that's been how long ago the vaccines were released, and independent researchers aren't being given access to the data to figure out if these things are safe. Why? And we actually sent an open letter we published in the BMJ, an open letter to the CEOs of Pfizer and Moderna, asking them to release this data, and we didn't get a response. However, today I'll let them know if they're watching. The invitation is still open. We would love to do the study on that data.
Well, maybe with what we're doing today, we'll be able to get the data whether they want to give it or not, because in Florida, it is against the law to mislead and to misrepresent, particularly when you're talking about the efficacy of a drug. We see just recently, Florida got $3.2 billion through legal action against those responsible for the opioid crisis. And so it's not like this is something that's unprecedented. So today, I'm announcing a petition with the Supreme Court of Florida to impanel a statewide grand jury to investigate any and all wrongdoing in Florida with respect to COVID-19 vaccines. And we anticipate that we will get the approval for that. That will be something that will be impaneled, most likely in the Tampa Bay area, and that will come with legal processes that will be able to get more information and to bring legal accountability for those who committed misconduct.